2025 installment of Post 52 Baseball. I'm Blake Miller, Austin Tripp, producing this one right here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Made a little joke beforehand. This is the Wren Broadcast Network Plus because we don't have all of our help hands with us. So give us some time with camera work. That's a little too close and personal, but we're going to get close and personal this summer as we learn everything there is to know about this Post 52 lineup with some key returners like Joey McGovern, who after the North-South All-Star game made the trip to Easley tonight, Alice Mill Park, to get things rolling for Post 52. On the mound tonight, Tyler Vassy, the right-hander from Seneca, gets the nod for Post 52, and Coach Hall, this year as a junior at Seneca, hit .232, 4 home runs, 27 RBIs, 6 stolen bases with his bat. But tonight, they'll turn to him on the mound to see what his arm can do. Defensively for Post 52, behind the plate, you got the All-State catcher for the Green Waves and Aaron Tolbert. Over there at first, Ty Miller rocking number 13. Cooper Henderson playing second tonight. At shortstop, Lee Turnipseed, the Daniel Lyons superstar. At third, Braden Morrow, returner from last year, who got his bat rolling as the season progressed and ended up being big time later in the season. Left field over there, Walker Buck, who we'll talk about a little later on. Aiden Clay in center as well. As the arms get better throughout the season, we'll see guys like Joey McGovern out there in the outfield as well. Bane Bush over there in right tonight. As I talked about, missing guys, Daniel Lyons, as Jayshon Perry and Ian McCrary won't be here tonight. Batting first for the visiting Asheville Post 70, Jordan Brown catching tonight.
The catcher, number 4, Jordan Brown.
Talked about those guys missing. Vassy, of course, a junior for Seneca. Seneca went all the way to the 4A state championship where they lost to Airport. They also knocked out the Daniel Lyons in the upper state championship. His first pitch looked like it missed for ball 1. Vassy's second pitch fouled off and out of play towards the parking lot to our right. Got a lot of big-time talent up and down this roster, guys that were deep into the playoffs this year and last. Talked about Carson Bay after a big freshman year at USC Union as Vassy's pitch misses inside and runs it 2-1. Vassy's fourth pitch, off speed's lifted high and fading out of play. No one's going to get to it as it sails over the right field fence. Moves it to 2-2 for Vassy versus Brown. Also, here at the Wren Broadcast Network, we like criticism. If you need anything changed through the broadcast or my mic's not picking up as well, let us know. Vassy comes inside. Brown stays alive at 2 apiece. Last night, Post 52 went on the road, taking on Greer. Lost a heartbreaker late in that one. Trying to rebound today in the home opener. As that off-speed's flared towards right. Right fielder giving chase. He'll make the play for out number 1, as that's Bane Bush standing in right for out number 1. Talked to Coach Hall a little pregame. He talked about how good he thinks this outfield's going to be once all the guys get in and out there.
Next up, the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Pavone.
Jackson Pavone playing center for Post 70. Steps in, left-handed bat. First left-hander to face Vassy. As that misses. Just barely 1-0 to Pavone. Interested to see how Vassy does here today, being such a big bat for Seneca throughout the years. That one's fouled off. Obviously did a little pitching with the Bobcats as well. As Coach Hall leans on him today. Carson Wallace, the DH, stands on deck. Vassy nods the head, delivers the 1-1. Outside. I'd like to thank everyone tuned in so far. Of course, last year we had a lot of close ones down the stretches. You'll remember the Daniel Counts walk-off home run to left field as Vassy's off-speed slides in for strike two. Chance for his first strikeout here in the top of the first inning. Comes set, 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss as Vassy gets out number 2 in strikeout form. As post 52 off to as good of a start as you can have. 2 up, 2 down, looking to take on Carson Wallace. Because as we go, you'll learn my notes and knowledge about this post 52 team. But as you know, most of these Legion teams, the best of the best talent-wise in their area. So the top level of baseball we'll see throughout the summer as Vassy misses inside and high. Wallace in the 3-hole, DH, and as he sees the 1-0. Swinging a miss as Vassy's pumping gas early, 1-1. Bobcats team from Seneca. As the Wren Broadcast Network, I believe our games against Seneca were rained out earlier in the season. That's what it was, canceled. Saw a lot of these teams that have the players that are on post 52 and surrounding area teams. So not coming in here blind baseball knowledge-wise. 2-1 to Carson Wallace. Grabs the outside corner, 2-2, and Vassy looking for 3 up, 3 down to start the first here at Alice. Swipes some dust off the front of the mound. Time called from Wallace. Had a little bit of rain early before, just like scattered showers. It's looking like everything's going to hold off. 2-2 from Vassy. Comes inside, got a piece of someone. We'll try it again, 2-2. Luke Nesbitt would be the man stepping up if post 70 keeps it rolling here with 2 outs. Vassy trying to cut him off here. Rocks 2-2 delivery. Misses away, runs it full versus Wallace. We're going to have the smells of popcorn in here all summer long. Yeah, me and us are going to be making half-inning runs. Vassy in a 3-2, 2 outs here on the top of the first, right here on the Wren Broadcast Network, bringing you post-52 baseball all summer long as Vassy rocks and is ready to deal. Pop straight up. Second baseman takes a jog in the right, but the right fielder comes on for out number 3 as Bane Bush gets 2 of the 3. When we come back, post 52 with Aiden Clay at the top of the lineup when we come back. back here at Alice, Deegan Randall will be on the mound for post 70. Leading off for post 52, Aiden Clay playing center field tonight. He's a Pendleton senior. Committed to Cleveland Community College. Hit .351, 2 homers, 32 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases for the Dogs this season, as he looks to be a homestay at the top of this lineup for the Easley boys. First pitch. Misses inside for ball 1. Trying to get my mic figured out as we take a little testing here in the bottom of the first. Clay ropes one into right center as no one looks like it's going to get to that one, and they're not. All the way to the fence. Clay's going to be standing on second with a leadoff double for the boys in navy blue, as Clay gets the party started.
After the leadoff double, next up,
Walker Buck,
the left fielder, number 3, Walker Buck,
will step in the 2-hole. West Oak senior was Region 1 3A All-Region, also committed to Cleveland Community College. Aiden gets his running gear on at second. And Walker Buck trying to drive him in with big Joey McGovern on deck from the Seneca Bobcats. So big opportunity here to get on the board early. First pitch swinging, lifted out of play towards the cars in the parking lot. I see a couple people standing down there trying to protect some people's cars. Smart decision. As the 0-1. Off speed in for strike 2. What a beautiful pitch from Deegan Randall. Looked like a 12-6, started above the helmet. Clay leads off second. Randall comes set, takes a look at him. Off speed misses away, and Buck lays off of it 1-2. A lot of big-time names through this lineup, not a lot of breaks. If you're an opposing pitcher making the trip to Alice this summer. As Randall comes set, takes a look at Clay, who's extending. Delivers. Buck was early on that one. We'll stick at 1-2. Randall in the 1-2 comes set, takes a look at Clay on second. But has Buck in the box. 1-2 delivery. No. He takes a look at second, makes sure Clay gets back. We'll get some more cameras set up the longer this summer rolls. Game 1, a little bit of a testing operation. And swing and a miss from Buck as Randall gets strikeout number 1 for out number 1.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 7, Joey McGovern.
And the big bat of Joey McGovern steps in. A returner from last year. This year, Seneca Senior All-Region 2 4A team. Hit .346 homers, 31 RBIs, 7 stolen bases for the Bobcats. And had the big 3-run home run to take down the Lions in Upper State. As a Flodar commit as well. Comes inside for ball 1. Last year, McGovern was a group of big-time bats at the top of this lineup, looking to do the same this year. Randall comes set, keeps his eye on Clay at second. Another quick pickoff move. Clay's playing with him over there on second. Jumping around after he looks away. which, if you're a Post 52 fan, gotta love it because McGovern wants the attention away from him. As he takes a big swing for strike number one. Foul tips it behind the plate. Braden Morrow, another returner, stands on deck as this inning continues to roll with one out here in the bottom of the first. Randall comes set, doesn't look at Clay at first, now does. Delivery. Big swing from McGovern as he misses to make it 1-2. Now after that leadoff double from Aiden Clay, chance for Randall to get his second out of the inning via strikeout. As that 1-2 misses low and McGovern runs it even. Bunch of all-region names down this lineup. One all-state guy behind the plate defensively with a bat in his hand. As Randall comes set in the 2-2. Ground ball from McGovern. That'll do a job as Clay gets the third and the throw off the pitcher's glove. Here comes Aiden Clay in safely. And a ball dribbled to first ends up in a run for Post 52, and McGovern safely on first.
Next up, the third baseman, number 52, Braden Morrow.
And now aforementioned Braden Morrow playing third tonight. Freshman this year at Daytona State College. A returner, as I said, from last season. Chance to keep it rolling for Post 52 here in the first. As the names behind Morrow don't get easier. All-State catcher Aaron Tolbert, Lee Turnip Seed from Daniel playing short tonight. Right behind him. First pitch outside for Randall. And after a gut-wrenching loss like last night, with like to change the vibes here at home as McGovern back in safely at first. Randall comes set. Morrow looking for pitch number one. Misses outside. There goes McGovern. As he'll get a stolen base. Off the pass ball. Morrow with a chance with the runners in scoring position now. Randall misses away. Trying to find that line of an outside corner call. Finds it for strike one. McGovern off second. Randall takes a look at him. Delivers. Misses away. Brandon Morrow works a walk.
Stepping to the plate, the catcher, number 8, Aaron Tolbert.
Talked about Aaron Tolbert. Big-time Easley Green Wave catcher, senior this year. Back-to-back 5A All-State team. USC Sumter commit, almost hit 400 in his senior season. 395, 16 RBIs, and 15 stolen bases. And he takes a big swing at pitch number one. Looks like it's going to fade out of play. And it does over the home side dugout. A lot of guys first pitch swinging here in inning number 1. Swinging a miss on an off speed makes it 0-2 for Tolbert. Randall looking for a big out number 2. Tolbert trying to keep the train rolling. Right back up the middle. Grounded to the second baseman. He'll step on the back, throw to first. As a double play gets post 70 out of the inning, but post 52 snags a run off the leadoff double by Aiden Clay. We come back. Post 52 baseball right here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
Hey, Wren Hurricane fans, ready to catch all the action this season? Look no further than the GoFan app, your one-stop shop for season tickets and game tickets to every Wren Hurricane athletic event. With GoFan, it's never been easier to secure your seat and support your team. Just download the app, find your game, and purchase your tickets in a snap. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Get your tickets now on GoFan and cheer on the Hurricanes to victory. Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
Vassy back on the rubber for the top of the second. Here for post 52, Asheville post 70. Luke Nesbitt will get things started playing first tonight. As the Easley boys look to keep this one rolling smoothly.
The first baseman, number 21, Luke Nesbitt.
Again, I'd like to thank anyone tuned in watching Post 52 baseball. As Vassy gets the inning started, ball outside.
Hey, a reminder to help us out by returning all foul balls to the first base side. We appreciate it.
Right back at him, evens things up at 1 apiece to Nesbitt. Trying to go off speed away, misses by about half of a foot, makes it 2-1. From Vassy. Attacks away again, falls behind 3-1. Post 70, so looking for hit number 1 off of the big right-hander from Seneca. Comes inside, finds strike 1. Strike 2, correction. 3-2 now for Vassy versus Nesbitt. And Nesbitt will step out, call time. Sun peeks out from the right side, and Vassy gets strikeout number 2 at the top of the second for out number 1.
Next up, the third baseman, number 7, Eli Shin.
Eli Shin steps in. Worst news of the day is now I have to share popcorn. Vassy misses for ball number 1. Any Wren Broadcast Network connoisseurs knows there's only one popcorn man on this broadcast team. Great Keith Evans. And it's Vassy working fast, getting ahead of the count here in the second. After he fell behind, batter number 1, 3-1, came all the way back. Finds that outside corner for strike number 2. Chance for a quick 2 outs here in the top of the second for the Bobcat. Eli Shin looking to stay alive. He'll call time. Trantham stands on deck. Vassy into delivery, looking outside corner. Can't find it. Back to the outside corner, runs it full. 3-2, back-to-back full counts for the first 2 men up for post 70. Some quality ABs here in the second, trying to see some pitches off of 23. Vassy's been able to do the job here early. 3-2 delivery. Finds that outside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Vassy as the Bobcat might be rolling here in the second. Walks us into Trantham. Playing second tonight. Vassy looking for 1, 2, 3 in K form here in the top of the second. Had 1 in the first inning. That outspeeds in for strike 1 as he's now opening up with some of those sliders, trying to get ahead, steal some strikes. Goes back inside. Shortstop, turnip seed, dives, collects, and can't get it off. As we'll see if that'll be a hit or an error later on. Turnip seed had an opportunity, a hot ball to him, fading to his left.
Next up, the right fielder, number 1, Hayes Hillier.
Hayes Hillier steps in. Right-handed bat, 2 outs with one runner on. Looks outside. Not many guys going to be tempted to run on Tolbert, knowing how good he is defensively. We'll see if post 70 test him here early. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Evens things up at 1 apiece. Off speed in for strike 2 as the sliders been it for Vassy here early. Been able to locate it for strikes. And now sees himself in a 1-2 situation with 2 outs. outside corner, 3 strikeouts for Vassy here in the top of the second as we enter the bottom half here in Easley. Back here at Alice, new pitcher on the mound, Brady Ray for post 70. And a name that, as a Cane, we know all too well, Lee Turnipseed, as he was a big-time quarterback when the Lions took down the Canes at home. Also a big-time baseball player over there at Daniel. As it feels like they breed athletes over there in 6 Mile. Second pitch up as Turnipseed out to a 2-0 start. Turnipseed's Charleston Southern commit. Big-time baseball program down there along the coast as he sees his first strike. Hit .348, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, and broke the school record for hits with 49, which feels like a big-time task talking about Lions baseball. Allen misses away. Now he's ahead 3-1, and here comes a chit-chat to the new man toeing the rubber. Jordan Brown catching tonight for post 70 will make the walk back behind the plate. Lee will look at a 3-1 count. Looking to be the leadoff man on, and he will with a walk.
Next up, the first baseman, number 13, Ty Miller.
Ty Miller, the Pendleton Jr., steps in, hit .206, 8 RBIs. It's always big time when you see juniors playing on a senior league Legion ball team. CC's strike one. Pendleton, of course, been nice to post 52. Guy like Cam Williams last year who ended up being a big-time bat. As Ray takes a look at Turnipseed. Also a guy like Michael Harrison returning from Pendleton as well. Fouled off towards the parking lot. Quickly 0-2 for Miller. Can always respect a last name like that. Sits 0-2 versus Ray with one man on here. Bottom half of the second. Misses away. Miller doesn't offer. Cooper Henderson playing second in the on-deck circle. Ray takes a step off, gathers himself. Miller in the front of that batter's box, standing almost over the plate. Swing and a miss, throw down to second, won't get the runner, and he's taken off. To third, and he'll be called out. I'm guessing for runners interference. So now that changes things, makes it 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. No one on for Cooper Henderson. Seneca Sr. hit .302, 16 RBIs, 12 stolen bases as a Southern Wesleyan baseball commit. As he sees
now
ball one.
Second baseman number 9, Cooper Henderson.
Infielder and outfielder. Of course, when we talk about the Bobcats, upper state champions they are in 4A, which is a really hard baseball conference. As he's ahead 2-0. Not saying that just because the Canes play it, but it is known as a really top-tier baseball conference, beating a lot of the state champions from other conferences. As Henderson takes a swing and fouls it off into the dirt. Some baseball news that I heard. I couldn't give you a name. I really don't know it. Southside Christian has a big-time junior pitcher who won Gatorade Player of the Year this season. Pitched 100 innings, or maybe not 100 innings, had 100 strikeouts. Bowman. That feels right. Bowman. Big-time pitcher, had a 0 ERA as Henderson watches that go up over his head. Canes, I believe, played Southside Christian early in the season, beat them in a preseason tournament game. As Henderson works a walk here with 2 outs, trying to work some magic. As Bane Bush will step in the 9-hole.
Coming up, the right fielder, number 10, Blaine Bush.
Bane, one of those young guys as well, a junior at Daniel. Had 7 ABs, 2 RBIs for the Lions this season. As that one misses low. Ray starting behind a lot of these post-52 bats. Not something you want to do to a lot of these guys. Comes back with strike one to even things up. And after last night's slugfest, 12-11, would not be shocked from the baseball gods to give us a 1-0 here tonight. Ready comes set 1-1 delivery. Ground to the third. Third baseman charge and snag. Throw over for out number 3. As Post 52 leaves one on, but still leads 1-0 right here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Back here at home, Reagan Smith gets things started for Post 70. The last two guys in their lineup here in the 8 hole. Playing shortstop tonight. He'll see Vazzy, who's coming off the second where he struck out 3 separate guys. And he'll start off ahead 0-1 against Smith. Coming into this house, of course, don't keep up with a lot of other high school baseball teams besides the Canes, but Vazzy, of course, being a big bat. Cool to watch him do this with his arm as well. Because in your own head, you can kind of put it together on how Seneca won the Upper State Championship in your head. As now he's got 2 strikes on Smith. 1 and 2 here with no one out. Looking for strikeout number 5 here through 2. Fouled off as Smith stays alive. Smith battling as Vazzy showing off his strike throwing ability. Has not really gotten himself in a lot of situations to walk guys. A couple 3-1s, able to battle back and get outs. Looking for a strikeout here in a 1-2. And that one's peppered into right center. Center fielder running to his left makes the plays. That's Aiden Clay for out number 1. trying to help out the people, viewers at home. We'll eventually have more cameras set up. We got the one stationary up. There we go. That's a little bit better. A little bit darker. As night goes on, we'll try to adjust it and figure it out a little bit more as Vassy gets strike one. Misses up, evens things up at one apiece. If anyone's ever watched a Greenville Drive game, that's exactly what I think of watching Austin change the lighting of each little thing. We try to do what we can with what we have. Of course, a lot of different things at Wren. We have a little more people to work with. Here it's me and Austin, two-man show in it. Trying to bring you all a great product at home. As Vassy gets strike two to even things up at two apiece with one out. Grant Buchanan playing right. Of course, in the batter's box, top of the lineup behind him and Jordan Brown. Two-two delivery. Comes inside. Runs it full. Post 70 hasn't had a lot of guys to be moving one runner early off of the turnip seed error. And that's off the corner. Strike three called. That's strikeout number 5 for Tyler Vassy and out number 2 for post 52.
Back to the top of the order, the catcher, number 4, Jordan Brown.
Jordan Brown doing the catching duties. Trying not to become Vassy's 6th strikeout victim here tonight. As that one misses just up. Pitching such a vital role here in Legion Ball as we go through the summer. Good to have a guy like Vassy to know you can lean on him when needed. Give you quality outings, just like another Bobcat and Carson Bay that we'll see throughout this summer. So that one's grounded off the leg. It looked like throw from third and out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for post 52 as we head to the bottom of the third here in Easley. back here at Alice here in the bottom of the third. Ray back on the mound for his second inning of work. Aiden Clay back in the box. His leadoff double got things started. He scored this game's only run as he sees strike one off the corner. Only post 52 batter first time through to grab a hit as he's quickly behind at 0-2 now to Ray. And he has a chat with the ump behind the plate, asking about location more than likely. Now 0-2 here in the third. Ground ball to first, played off the bounce. For out number one is Luke Nesbitt over there on the hot corner.
Next up, the left fielder, number 3, Walker Buck.
Walker Buck steps in, struck out his first time up. Looking to get something started here in the third, grab some cushion as we get into the latter innings here in Easley. First pitch swinging, fouled back as Buck falls behind 0-1. Joey McGovern in the on-deck circle. He'll be up regardless with Braden Morrow behind him if the inning continues. Buck drives one in the left. Left fielder takes a couple steps to his left. For out number 2 as Ray's got into a little bit of a rhythm here in the third.
Next up, the DH, number 7, Joey McGovern.
Aforementioned McGovern steps in. Again, talked about it a little before we started. Played in the North-South All-Star game today. Made the trip back to Easley to play with his Legion team. Tells you a little bit about McGov as he sees strike one. Of course, younger brother of big-time Clemson pitcher who had himself a nice tournament this weekend. One with 2 outs. McGovern ground ball to third. Long throw over in time beats McGovern. 3 up, 3 down, go post 52 as we head to the top of the fourth here in Easley. I ain't as good as I once was. What a great segue into the top of the fourth. As Jackson Pavone steps in, left-handed bat, Tyler Vassey back on the mound for his fourth inning of work. As the first three have been a breeze for 23. He's got 5 Ks and not a lot of hard contact to show for it. As I say that, lifted foul hard. As he jumps ahead 0-1 once again. That's been his key. Jumping ahead in counts. Even at bats he's fell behind, able to quickly recover. Comes inside, almost grabs a piece of Pavone. Evens things up 1-1. Shout out to any Asheville Post 70 guys, hopefully tuned in tonight. As that trip, of course, would have been a long one. As Vassey misses up and in, falls behind 2-1. Our broadcast is literally falling apart right behind me. As Pavone fouls that one down the left field line as Vassey evens it up to a piece. Guy also didn't mention, talked about Jason Perry earlier, who joined this Post 52 team. Ian McCrary, who was a big-time pitcher for the Daniel Lions, will also toe the rubber for the boys in Navy. As that one's fouled off, as he sticks it at 2-2. Looking for his 6th strikeout to start off the fourth. Two delivery from Vassey. Grounded to second. Buck plays it off the bounce. Throw over for out number 1 in time. As I said, Buck, Cooper Henderson over there at second. The longer we go in the summer, Canes fans will tell you, Blake will figure it out the longer you go. I'll have a memorized by position by midsummer. Got to give me a couple. Carson Wallace steps in the DH in 3 hole. Looking to give Post 70 some base runners to deal with. As Vassey gets strike 1, hasn't had a lot of traffic to deal with. If you're Post 70, got to think that could change things if he's got runners to think about. As that's ground to turnip seed. Backhand throw over off. The hop is not received. I think Wallace was going to be in safely either way as that one gets out of play. So he'll make the jog to second. And now with 1 out, Vassey will have some traffic with the runner in scoring position. And the big left-handed bat of Luke Nesbitt steps in, playing first tonight. Your prototypical big, tall first baseman who looks like packs a punch. Vassey trying to get a big out number 2 with the runner on second. If anyone ever tells you the announcer jinx isn't real, I'm here to tell you it's very real. First pitch misses out. Nesbitt in the box. Shin on deck playing third. Vassy steps off, looks Wallace back to second. Swing and a miss from Nesbitt, evens things up one apiece. Turn up Seed and Henderson. Your defense up the middle, holding on Carson Wallace. Vassy takes another look at Wallace, make sure he gets back on base. Vassy misses low, falls behind 2-1. Everything, it's been kind of easy breezy for 2-3. Work out of it here in the fourth. As Nesbitt pops one up to left fielder with a quick jog into left center. Now throw in, not on line, so Wallace will move up to third off of the sac fly. But 2 outs here on the top of the fourth.
Next up, the third baseman, number 7, Eli Shin.
And Eli Shin looking for just a single to tie things up. Vassy with an opportunity to slam the door here in the fourth. Talked about how big pitching is. Of course, Vassy with a good start. Going to need some bullpen arms here late to hopefully close this thing out the deeper we go. First pitch fouled away as Vassy jumps ahead 0-1. Right back at him quickly, 0-2. Now 1 pitch away from getting out of this top of the fourth. Looking to strand Carson Wallace over there at third after the long ground ball. Throw out of play, got him to second. The sac fly moved him to third. Vassy in an 0-2 delivery. Fouled back and up over our heads. 23 has been loading up the strike zone here early. O2 delivery once again goes upstairs, 1-2. Got a couple pitches to play with here for 2-3. Trying to get him to reach at something here with 2 outs. Something soft and on the infield, or a pop-up would do the job. As Vassy's done early and often with 5 strikeouts, would look for number 6. Comes inside, grabs a piece of Eli Shin. He'll take the jog to first.
Next up, the second baseman, number 3, Tay Trantham.
Aaron Tolbert will have his first meeting with Vassy at the mound. Tay Trantham steps in. He's playing second tonight for post 70. Now has 2 on with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Post 52 got things started off hot with a leadoff double from Aiden Clay. Eventually drove him in off of an errant throw while McGovern was up. And now post 70 look to tie things up here in the fourth. Shin leads off first. Wallace off third. Comes inside, and Trantham has to just throw his body backwards to get out of the way. And Vassy, after loading up the strike zone here early, trying to collect himself as he steps off. Now he's got a guy on a rundown. But he'll just kind of let guy at second stay safe because that Carson Wallace at third, you know, if you throw it, he's taking off. So they'll give up the bag. Now runners second and third here in the top of the fourth. For Tate Trantham in a 1-0. Slider, Tolbert tried to stick it, 2-0. Now for Trantham. Misses low. As Vassy threatening to load him here in the top of the fourth. Oh, how quickly things can change here early. As he comes back with strike one. Was able to work out of the 3-1 earlier with a strikeout. We'll look to do the same here. 3-1 delivery. Misses low and away, and now post 70 has him loaded for Hayes Hillier, who's starting in left tonight.
Next up, the right fielder, number 6, Hayes Hillier.
And here comes post 52 assistant coach to have a little chat with Tyler Vassy as the bases are juiced. Back here at Alice. Bases juice, nowhere to put them as Vassy into the windup. Fouled back quickly 0-1. College baseball super regionals about to be underway this weekend as Clemson and Carolina fans decide if they want to pull for Coastal in the next couple of weekends. Looking for the outside corner, won't find it. 1-1. As a South Carolina fan, I can very quickly say I would pull for Coastal regardless. Not many other options in the field. As an SEC fan. For everyone at home, Tennessee was just mentioned behind me, and that is a quick no. Someone that has a best friend that is a Vol. 2-1 for Vassy. Comes inside, finds strike two. Now a big opportunity to slam the door here in the fourth. Two outs. Bases juice. Post 52 up 1-0. Tyler Vassy's been hot all night. Does he have one more in him? Time called from the box. Had a second inning that included 3 Ks. Looking for number 6 here. 2-2 delivery. Goes upstairs and runs it full. This is one of those backyard moments. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. It's not the bottom of the ninth of the World Series, but top of the fourth. Here at Alice. Under the lights. As Vassy nods the head, 3-2 delivery, and he'll step off. Back and forth we go with Hayes Hillier. Delivery. Comes inside, almost gets a piece of him, but ball 4. As that'll tie things up, and Tolbert will go have a chat. Walks us into Reagan Smith playing shortstop tonight. Actually, here comes Coach Brazil. All right, that'll be the day is done for Tyler Vassy. 5 strikeouts through 3 2/3. As we'll talk about the new man on the mound, we come back here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Back here in Easley, Reagan Smith, aforementioned, stepping into the box. Eli Atkins, a returner from last year, a pitcher from the Anderson Cavs, also hit as well. Had a .562 batting average, but in 29 innings pitched, had a 2.8 ERA, 43 strikeouts. Looking for one big one here. Misses away. Tolbert able to block it. He'll exchange some words with Eli on his way back. Big switch of momentum here. 1-1. Chance for post 70 to kind of take control, but of course for post 52, chance to slam the door and get back to hitting. 1-0 delivery. Finds the top of the strike zone, evens it up 1 apiece. Atkins comes set, delivers, goes upstairs, 2-1. A little awkward release from 99, side arm just a tad. Gotta be awkward for a right-handed bat. And Reagan Smith. 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on the off speed. Evens it up 2 apiece. Would like to see him go back to that, as it was an awkward offer at it from Smith. A 2-2 decision for Atkins. Goes away and gets him to offer at it. Atkins slams the door as it's tied at 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
Hey, Wren Hurricane fans, ready to catch all the action this season? Look no further than the GoFan app, your one-stop shop for season tickets and game tickets to every Wren Hurricane athletic event. With GoFan, it's never been easier to secure your seat and support your team. Just download the app, find your game, and purchase your tickets in a snap. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Get your tickets now on GoFan and cheer on the Hurricanes to victory. Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
Braden Morrow to get things started for Post 52. Walked his first time up. He'll see Brady Ray once again. His 3rd inning pitching for Post 70. Morrow, Tolbert, and Turnipseed due up for the boys in blue. Ray comes set. 0-1 turns into 0-2. As the outside corner's been working for Ray. And after that leadoff double for Aiden Clay, not much going with the bats. Trying to turn it on here late. Swinging a miss by Morrow. They actually say he made contact to stay alive. We'll stick at 0-2. Ray comes set, delivers. Misses low and away. Tuning in late. Last night, of course, went on the road to Greer, lost in heartbreaking fashion, 12-11, looking to grab some momentum here at home on opening day here at Alice Field. As Ray misses up 2-2. Also, for anyone tuned in, we'll be here all season long for home games. Every time you tune in, we hope that you'll have a better experience the deeper we go. As that one misses away. Now runs full, 3-2 for Morrow. Morrow walked in his first time up. And he'll walk again as that one's off the outside corner. Nice at-bat from 5-2.
Next up, the catcher, number 8, Aaron Tolbert.
And here comes a bat. Post 52 is going to need to be big in the middle of this lineup. Hitting 5-hole tonight, the All-State catcher, and Aaron Tolbert, who we know what he does behind the plate defensively, but it's also a clutch bat for the Green Wave. One of the state's top catchers, as Morrow was off and running, but Tolbert fouls it off. See if Morrow decides to do it again or if it was just a game of chance there, looking for Tolbert to put one in play. As that one's off the catcher and into the backstop. Morrow's at second, makes a wide turn, and then decides to stay there. And now a runner in scoring position for Tolbert. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Time called from Tolbert. He steps out and right back in. And up the middle and under the second baseman's glove. Let's see what they decide to do with Morrow. Throw in was on line, and they'll stay where they are. Single for Aaron Tolbert. Moves Morrow over to third.
To the plate, the shortstop, number 2, Lee Turnipseed.
Turnipseed back in. He walked his first time up. As here comes Post 70's coach to have a little chat. We'll see if Brady Ray's night is done as Post 52 threatening here at home. Jackson Pavone, the new pitcher on the mound for post 70. Post 52, threatening here with no one out in the bottom of the fourth. As Lee Turnipseed will step in, walked last time up, trying to drive in some runs here at home. Runners on the corner for Pavone as he misses away. Comes set, delivers. Misses away again. Throw to second is into the outfield. Oh, at first, it eventually does score through. Post 52 takes the lead as Braden Morrow scores to make it 2-1. How everyone reacted, it looked like the shortstop maybe have knocked it down, but Morrow took off after he realized it scampered into center. Now if you're post 52, just trying to create more cushion here with no one out. And it's now 3-0 to Turnipseed. Ty Miller in the on-deck circle. As that one's on the outside chalk. 3-1 now for Turnipseed. Now, Turnipseed works another walk. His second one of the ball game.
Bring up the first baseman, number 13, Ty Miller.
Aforementioned Ty Miller. With a runner in scoring position, 2 on. Big opportunity, as I said, here to capitalize and extend it as far as you can as we creep into the 5th, 6th, and 7th. First pitch misses away. That's what helped Vassy early in this one, an ability to jump ahead, grab strike one. That's what you'll notice here in Legion Ball. As deeper you get in the games, it's relievers matter. As Miller fouls that one off. It's a big disparity in high school baseball. Teams that have really good bullpens and can hold leads are really dangerous. As Miller swings and misses to make it 1-2. Pavone comes set, takes a look at second, delivers the 1-2. As Miller pops that one up and out of play towards the parking lot. I'm trying to make sure I don't step back into the viewers at home's view on the window mirror. As you can tell, I'm one of those broadcasters that likes to stand and pace back and forth. As throw down to third is in time for out number 1. As that'll take a runner off the pond for post 70. And make it 1 in scoring position in a 2-2 count with 1 out now. And if you're a post 52 fan, gotta love the aggressiveness here with a chance to open up a cushion. Of course, when things like that don't go your way, it's not good, but gotta like the aggressiveness, trying to grab some more runs when you can. As Miller watches strike 3 and a big out number 2 for Pavone. Walks us into Cooper Henderson, who worked himself a walk in his first AB. trying to capitalize here in the fourth. Outside corner strike call for strike number one. Time called from Coop. Now time from catcher behind the plate. Looks like we're ready to rock now. And Coop slaps one in the center. Center fielder charging. And he'll stop and make the play for out number 3. Post 52 takes the lead as we head to the top of the fifth. 2-1. Easley boys here at home. As Eli Atkins back on the rubber, he had a big strikeout to get out of bases loaded in the top of the fourth, trying to keep it rolling into the fifth. He's got 1 K tonight. Austin trying to give y'all a little better viewing experience. Change this camera color. As Atkins falls behind 2-0. Now 3-0, threatening to put on Buchanan. Top of the lineup behind him and catcher Jordan Brown. So an opportunity for post 70 here in the fifth as Atkins comes inside. 4-pitch walk to start off the top of the fifth.
Back to the top of the order, catcher number 11, number 4, Jordan Brown.
Jordan Brown, Jackson Pavone, Carson Wallace. The top of their lineup has been on base and done some damage. As they're the group of guys that got on base in that bases loaded situation against Vassy. Off speed in for strike one. That slider away from these right-handed bats is what Atkins has working thus far. Can he lean on it? Goes back to the speed inside, loses his hat. It makes it 1-1. Atkins has been thrusted into a lot of key moments here early in the season. Swing and a miss. Big swing from Brown makes it 1-2. Yes. Brown looked like he was trying to take the lead with one swing here on the top of the fifth. But now finds himself behind. Atkins steps off. Comes set, delivers. Off speed gets away from Tolbert. That puts the runner in scoring position. And Grant Buchanan. Tolbert rocking some post 52 catcher gear. Got the orange top on tonight. As that one's slapped to turnip seed. Throw over to first on a one hop. Caught for out number one as turnip seed keeps the runner where he is and gets out number one. It's big time play from a Daniel Line in the hole.
Next up, the pitcher, number 11, Jackson Pavone.
Jackson Pavone steps in, trying to help himself out on the rubber by tying this thing up in the box. Atkins trying to keep that weak contact rolling. As we saw Brown reach for that slider away. Misses low. Pavone squared around as if he was going to bunt. See if post 70 wants a little small ball here in the top of the fifth. Tries to lay it down, gets in on his hands and fouls it off. I thought about that when left-handed batter walks in. How will this slider play with a left-handed bat? Of course, your first initial thought is a bad one. Could hit a left-handed batter in the box. But could work if you can get him to offer something in on the hands. As batter calls time. 1-1 with one out here in the fifth. Finds strike number 2 as Atkins jumps ahead. And after the leadoff walk, he's been able to dial it in. As he steps off, gathers his thoughts, ready to rock. 1-2 with one out. Takes a long look, comes set, delivers. Goes off speed away. Time called from the ump, ready to rock now as Atkins comes set. Misses low and away, runs it full with 3-2. A lot of 3-2 opportunities so far tonight. Saw Vassig get into a couple early on, turned into strikeouts. Can Atkins do the same? 3-2 delivery. Goes up and away. Second walk of the inning for post 70. DH and Carson Wallace Looks like he's going to step in. Tolbert
Next up,
will go have a chat.
Number 2, Carson Wallace.
Look like post 70 trying to get a courtesy runner for their pitcher in Jackson Pavone. And that they will. Looks like a 4 in Jordan Brown, but could be wrong. But a courtesy runner on for their man on the mound nonetheless, with the DH and Carson Wallace stepping in, trying to at least get them back even here in the top of the 5th. Atkins looking to slam the door again as Oshby doesn't find the outside corner. Starts Wallace off 1-0. Ground ball up the middle with Henderson, and Turnip Seed would also work wonders defensively, as that one's put back up the middle. Center fielder and Clay comes up firing, and Tolbert can't get to it. That'll at least score 1. Now Wallace on to second, puts him on second and third with 1 out, and we're all tied at 2. As Carson Wallace has done some damage tonight. Greets the first baseman, and Luke Nesbitt now as
Next up for Asheville, number 21, Luke Nesbitt.
looks like Atkins' day could be done here in the top of the 5th, and that it will be. He did slam the door to keep it at 1-1, but now post 70's back tied at 2. When we come back, new man on the mound for the Easley boys here at Alice. Back here in Alice, as a guy that covers the Canes, know this name very well, Caden Whitmer will be on the mound for post 52. Was a big-time player in a district champion Pattersville Patriot team. Big-time bat in their lineup. And looking to be a big-time arm tonight in a relief role for post 52, trying to keep this where it is in the top of the fifth. Of course, facing off against Luke Nesbitt, the first baseman for post 70. First pitch up and away for ball one. Whitmer, one word as a Cane fan, talking about Bowersville baseball. It felt like he was clutch in a lot of different scenarios for the Patriots. Now in a 1-1 count. In the field, in on the grass, looking for a play at home. That one misses away. 2-1 now for Nesbitt versus Whitmer. Caden comes set. Big swing and a miss from Nesbitt makes it 2-2. As Whitmer came inside for the first time this at-bat. Big 2-2 swinging momentum type of pitch here. He'll step off and regather. Nesbitt will as well. Finally gets his pitch, ready to rock. Misses away, runs it full, 3-2 with one out. It is an open base for Nesbitt as Eli Shin stands on deck. Delivery from Whitmer. Swing and a miss from Nesbitt. And first batter faced, first strikeout for Caden. As he'll see Eli Shin, who is playing third tonight for post 70.
Next up, the third baseman, number 7, Eli Shin.
Still 2 on for post 70, 2 out. Trying to pass the baton is post 52's relief setup tonight. His first pitch outside, Eli Atkins came in. Slammed the door in the fourth. Got in a little trouble here in the top of the fifth. Time for Caden Whitmer to grab the baton and try to get him out of this situation. Goes upstairs. Quickly 2-0 versus Shin. I'd like to thank everyone tuned in tonight for Post 52 Baseball. Look forward to a long season with your friends at the Wren Broadcast Network. I think if you ask a lot of high school fans, they probably wouldn't say they're friends with us, but it's okay. That one's fouled out of play. 2-1 with 2 outs. Two-1 for Caden Whitmer. Patriot looking to get out of the top of the fifth. Comes inside. Tolbert able to block it somehow. The All-State 5A catcher. Now 3-1. Do you remember? Place to put Shin if need be. Tay Trantham on deck. Misses up, and that's what will happen. Bases loaded for Tay Trantham. 2 outs here in the fifth. so similar position to Eli Atkins just an inning ago. Can post 52 figure out how to keep it tied once again? Right on right matchup for Whitmer. First pitch from 16. Goes upstairs, 1-0. Bane Bush would be due up for post 52 in the bottom half. Time called from behind the plate. Fouled off to even things up 1 apiece. Again, talked about it. Told you one word that I thought of when I saw Caden Whitmer's name in my notes. When I thought about the Patriots this season was clutch. Can he prove me right here? Top of the 5th, 2-2, bases loaded. Finds the outside corner. 1-2 as he's put himself in a nice position here with 2 outs and a right on right matchup. He'll step off. Glove in face. 1-2, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Bases juiced, all tied up here at Alice. Whitmer into the windup. Misses away. Nice stop from Tolbert. Even things up at 2 apiece. A lot of high-pressure moments here on opening night. Whitmer into the windup, 2-2 delivery. Goes low and away. Now worked full for Tay Trantham. Whitmer with his back against the wall. 3-2 delivery. Runners taken off. And that one's slapped into right field. Right fielder misjudged it as he gets past him and all the way to the wall. That's going to clear the bases as Trantham's into third with a bases clearing triple here in the top of the 5th. As post 70 takes the lead 5-2 with 2 outs, and now you just try to stop the bleed and get that third out here. As the bats were going to need to take the lead anyway. Now you just need them to get hot down the stretch.
Next up, number 6, Hayes Hilliard. Number 1, Hayes Hilliard.
Hayes Hilliard playing left tonight. He'll face Whitmer. First half-speed pitch in for strike 1. Gets past Tolbert. Tolbert's got to run all the way to the fence, and that'll add another one for post 70 and make it 6-2. As that's how quick a baseball game can turn upside down on its head. Two ball game with 2 outs. Now 6-2 ball game with 2 outs here on the top of the 5th. And that one's grabbed and lifted in the left. Left fielder making the run in a foul play for out number 3. As trying to check who was out there. Walker Buck makes the play. We come back bottom of the 5th. Post 52 trying to get the bats rolling here at home. Peyton Bush looking to get the bat started for post 52. He'll see Pavone as that one's popped up and out of play. Quickly 0-1 for Bush. Bush again, a Daniel High School junior. Only 7 ABs, 2 RBIs as he swings and misses at strike number 2. That Daniel lineup, of course, loaded with guys. A couple of those guys on this team just not here tonight that played the North-South All-Star game as that one comes in and hits Bush. And an 0-2 turns into a free base for post 52, which you will take anytime you're handed it.
Back to the top of the order for the center fielder, number 5, Aiden Clay.
And back to the top of the lineup that when this day started, you thought it was going to be, here comes post 52 as Aiden Clay led it off with a double. Not much happening behind him after that. Aiden Clay ended up coming in and scoring. Looking to get it back rolling here with a leadoff hit by pitch. Looking at first base. Bush back in time. Big swing and miss from Clay, evens things up at 1 apiece. You're tuning in late. Coming off a bases clearing triple from post 70 that has us here at 6-2. That one misses up and away. Now 2-1 to Clay. Clay, a Pendleton senior that did a lot of damage for the Bulldogs this season. As he fouls that one off, evens it up at 2 apiece. Clay was rocking a .351 batting average for the Bulldogs this season. I believe the only one really higher than him, Aaron Tolbert, over at Easley with .395. Of course, guys like Jayshon Perry not too far behind, and the Daniel blue and gold. As that one misses away, runs it full for Clay. And is now threatening to put 2 on with no one out. It looked like Pavone was trying to get a question answered on where that missed. Didn't get it, and that one low in the dirt. So leadoff guys on with no one out for Walker Buck.
Next up, the left fielder, number 3, Walker Buck.
Buck struck out his first time up. Westo, senior, trying to get things cooking. As he pops that one up, first baseman on the charge. And he'll make the play for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, big for Pavone.
Next up, the DH, number 7, Joey McGovern.
But a big-time bat steps in. The kind of guy that can make this a run-one game in a blink here in the bottom of the 5th. Of course, post 52 fans listening don't care how it happens, just need 7 on base here. Ground ball to the shortstop. Nice stop, throw to third. And he makes the play for out number 2. What a great decision over there in the hole from Reagan Smith. And that makes it 2 out, 2 on now.
Third baseman, number 52, Braden Morrow.
Braden Morrow, who's walked twice tonight. Would love a third to make this bases loaded, but also would love a gap shot to grab some runs. Misses outside, 1-0 tomorrow. If I remember correct, Morrow started out last AB 1-2, didn't swing in another pitch, and took a walk. .1-0 delivery. And Morrow pops that one up. Shortstop takes a couple steps into left field and makes the play. A couple leadoff guys on, threatening, but can't do anything with it. We head to the top of the 6th here in Alice. 6-2, Asheville, post 70. Back here at Alice, Whitmer back on the mound for post 52. Comes inside and grabs Reagan Smith in the shoulder. And Grant Buchanan will step in playing right field. And Whitmer already with some traffic to start off the top of the 6th. Looking for the outside corner, can't find it. 1-0. Love to see a ground ball back up the middle. Let guys like Turnip Seed and Henderson do their defensive duties up the middle. Whitmer misses away. Quickly 2-0. Trying to work fast to the plate, not let Regan Smith think about running. But now 3-0 to Buchanan. 3-0 delivery misses up and away. 4-pitch walk to Buchanan as Tolbert will go have a chat. Yes. He'll be greeted by the top of the order, Jordan Brown.
Number 4, Jordan Brown.
Who's been big at the top of this lineup. You're now entering the fourth dimension. As you see the little camera or TV we have below. It's just a little view for me to know what's on the screen. Jordan Brown having a chat with his coach in this timeout. Moving stuff around. Top of the 6th inning. Post 52 looking for one of them ground balls back up the middle. Quick double play. Looking to square it out of the bunt. Put down perfectly on the third baseline. Throw to first. He's safe. Or did he call him out? He did. I'm used to a first base umpire being right behind that bag, and I was looking directly at a post 70 coach, and he gave the same sign. That's what I was going off of, but he was out for out number 1, a big out number 1 for Caden Whitmer. Walks us into the man on the mound, Jackson Pavone. As Tolbert will have a chat before Pavone's at bat. Probably with what Tolbert has seen thus far, which is what you expect from an all-state 5A catcher. Big swing and miss from Pavone as Whitmer jumps ahead 0-1. See if Caden can regroup, regather, and keep this thing rolling. Keep it right here, 6-2. That's back in the strike zone. Quickly 0-2 for KW. Looking for out number 2. Pavone quickly behind. Whitmer comes set, takes a look at second and third, delivers the 0-2. As that one's to first, throw home for Tolbert. Gets away. And no out at first. As well, we'll put him on the corners with still 1 out here on the top of the 6th, and 7-2 now for post 70. As the right decision process, just a little too long of a thought about it. That's how good the players are in Legion ball, is that quick second think about it. Guys is safe at home. As that walks us into the DH and Carson Wallace, who's already had a big swing tonight. Bases clearing triple. They got us to 6-2. Misses away. Time called as Wallace steps out. Tolbert grabs some defensive calls and relays them to the infield. Runner takes off for second, takes away that double play. Tolbert gave a fake to third, trying to see if third base runner was instantly going to sneak towards home. But now Carson Wallace sits in a 2-0 count. Misses up. Three nothing here with one out. As Whitmer delivers. And that finds the bottom of the strike zone for strike one. Luke Nesbitt on deck as we creep towards the back end of this one. Top of the sixth here at Alice Park. Comes inside. And off the bat of Wallace makes it 3-2 with one out. Again, tuning in late. Wallace, kind of the reason we're at this point with a triple into the right center gap. And Caden Whitmer still the pitcher in from that moment here in the top of the sixth. As Wallace grabs a hold of that one, sends it into left. Left fielder makes the play. Runner from third will tag and score. So a productive out number two makes it 8-2 from the bat of Carson Wallace. And walks us into Luke Nesbitt here in the top of the sixth.
Next up, number 21, Luke Nesbitt.
Yeah, Whitmer looking for just one more out. Keep this thing right here. Try to get the bats back up in the bottom of the sixth. With 6 outs to play with if you're post 52. And here comes a chat and what could be the end of Caden Whitmer's night. And it looks like that's what it will be. We'll talk about the new man on the mound. We come back right here on the Wren Broadcast Network. back here at Alice. Aiden Clay will get the rubber and the ball. He'll face Luke Nesbitt with 2 outs. Talked about how big Clay was this season with a bat in his hand. Cleveland Community College commit. And Pendleton trying to, as Tyler Massey did earlier, show us what he can do with his arm, as Joey McGovern also comes in to play the outfield after DHing tonight.
There's all kind of stuff going on. We got a new pitcher, number 5, Aiden Clay. I believe Joey McGovern's in center field. I think Mikey Harrison just took over in right field, and we're still confirming left field.
Right fielder. Mikey Harrison, right.
We will get that.
And left fielders to be determined. When we see the batters come back up to bat, we'll probably figure out that code. Got some new middle school basketball coaches for the Canes. Michael Shelton and Mackenzie Blandon. Some Wren news if any Canes are tuned in. I got a bunch of news that I can't release, but it's big. A lot of transfers happening in high school basketball. For another day, Post 52 looking for out number 3 here in the 6th inning. Clay grabs a strike to make it 2-1. Clay, one of those arms used, I believe, last night on the road as well. Swing and a miss from Nesbitt makes it 2-2. Fresh, lively right-hander trying to send us to the bottom half of the 6th. 2-2 delivery with 2 outs. And he offered at it. Strike 3 as Clay gets out of it. Post 70 now up 8-2 as we enter the bottom of the 6th here in Easley. Pump it up, getting in action here in the middle of the inning. If anyone was wondering what I was dancing to, the greatest pump-up baseball song of all time. I was just showing off what those bullpen guys do, trying to get the team excited. As it looks like Aaron Tolbert to step in and go to work. Him, Turnip Seed, Ty Miller due up this inning. As Tolbert grabs a hold of that one into left center. Center fielder all the way to the wall for out number one. Wall, I say, but it is a fence. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. As that walks us into lead, Turnip Seed playing shortstop tonight. That one comes inside. Tolbert there showing you some pop, though. Just a couple feet away from being gone. Turnip Seed got some pop himself. As that one grabs the heart of the plate, evens it up one apiece. As Jackson Pavone has been a guy that has taken control of this one on the rubber. Comes inside on Turnip Seed. Lead jumps head 2-1. Five outs to play with if you're post 52. As Turnip Seed grabs that one down the first baseline, but snagged, and the out made by Luke Nesbitt. As that brings up Ty Miller.
Next up, the first baseman, number 13, Ty Miller.
Struck out his last time up. First pitch fouled off as he falls behind 0-1. Pavone in that Vassy run earlier and just grabbing the first pitch strikes, jumping ahead. Does wonders, especially if you're a high school pitcher. So you can kind of get some guys reaching. Yes, Miller doesn't offer a doubt. 1-1 now with 2 outs. And now I just have pump it up in my head. That's all I got right now on replay. Don't know. No, sir. We're not going to play Pump It Up live on broadcast. It's not happening. 1-2 now, I believe, to Ty Miller. As Pavone trying to get a big out number 3. And a swing and a miss for out number 3 as we head to the bottom of the, or top of the 7th here in Easley. Post 70 due up when we come back. here at Alice. Eli Shin steps into the box. He'll see Aiden Clay for the first time tonight. Clay came in and quickly got out number 3. Looking for a quick 3 here in the top of the 7th. As that one's popped up and out of play, looks like it could be over our heads, I guess. I was waiting for it to fall back down. Comes inside. I got some. If we would have watched someone get pegged while music was happening, that would have been top 10 moment of broadcasting ever. As that one misses up and away. 2-1 here with no one out for Aiden Clay. Looking for the outside corner. Can't get the frame call from Tolbert. Falls behind 3-1. Shin, Trantham, and Hilliard do up. As that one's fouled directly in front of us at the fence. Now runs it full as Clay with the opportunity to get out number 1 via K form. And delivery from 5 and fouled off towards the road to our left. Also towards the batting cage over there in the corner. Nice, beautiful field here on the hill in Easley. Ground ball to second. Coop plays it off the bounce. Throw over in time. Nice comeback from Aiden Clay. Taking out number 1. As he was down 3-1, able to come back, get that ground ball. Now that walks us into Tay Trantham playing second tonight.
Next up, Tay Trantham.
For anyone that's been tuned in all the way through, we appreciate you. You mean a lot, deep down. Definitely tune in for the rest of the summers. Each time you tune in, hopefully it becomes a better viewing experience for everyone at home, as that one's a ground ball to Turnip Seed. Plays it off the chest, throw over. Not in time, as it's beaten out by Trantham. And that shows you what that little fraction of it bouncing off his chest does. Which turns it into 1 out, 1 on now here in the top of the 7th.
Next up, Hayes Hilliard.
Hayes Hilliard playing left field tonight. Comes inside, and Hilliard steps out. 1-0. Ground ball up the middle could send us to the bottom half. Would love to see 2 and 9 be able to play off each other in turn 2. There goes the runner. Tolbert throw down. Not in time as Trantham's in safely at second. And that whole double play thought process now out the window. $2-0 for Clay versus Hilliard. Swing and a miss from 1 makes it 2-1. A lot of big swings tonight from post 70. I said it right the first time. I doubted myself. There there goes the runner. Throw from Tolbert. Safe as Trantham steals back-to-back bags on what many believe to be a top 2-3 catcher in the state of South Carolina. That one a little bit closer than the play at second. Comes up and in. That walks Hillier. Walks us into Regan Smith.
Next up, number 13, Regan Smith.
Reagan's been a part of a lot of big opportunities and moments throughout this one. Clay just looking for a ground ball. And for Hilliard to stay at first, but he could be moving here, and he is. Oh, and Tolbert looking for a strike call. Doesn't get it. One is Clay looking to battle back. 1-0 delivery from 5. Comes up and in. Now 2-0. And Tolbert will go have a chat. Tolbert, mask lifted, will make the walk back to behind the plate. Misses away now. I believe 3-0 here with 1 out. Does have a place to put him. That one finds the corner. Now 3-1. Clay comes set looking to make it full as that one slapped into left. Left fielder fading towards the fence. He'll make the catch. Throw in won't be in time as that's a sac fly that gives Post 71 more. Make it 9-2 here in the top of the 7th. But a big out number 2 from Aiden Clay.
Next up, Grant Buchanan.
And Grant Buchanan steps in. 9-hole hitter tonight. Again, bottom of this lineup's had some big ABs and big moments. Able to work on, get back to the top of the lineup, do some damage there. Speed looking for the outside corner, not going to get it. Tolbert looks like getting a little frustrated as we go along. A couple of these calls becoming close on the corners. As Post 70 looks to grab a courtesy runner and does. Clay finds it inside half the plate, evens it up 1 apiece. 9:48 here in the top of the 7th. Outside miss. Makes it 2-1 as Clay falls behind. Jordan Brown would be due up, man behind the plate. Clay walks back to the courtesy runner on second. Delivery comes inside, misses up and in. 3-1 now for Clay. Trying to battle back, get back into this count. 3-1 delivery. Right back down Broadway. Full count for 5. Him versus Buchanan playing right tonight for Post 70. Clay looking for out number 3. Buchanan looking to give him double digits. And Buchanan will take one off the leg as Clay comes inside and hits him. Top of the lineup, Jordan Brown doing the catching tonight. And Clay looks like he's going to keep towing the rubber. He'll have a chat with the umpire behind the mound. And Tolbert and Coach Brazil will walk out to have a chat with him. But it looks like Clay is going to stay in. It looks like just a chat. We'll take a quick break when we come back right here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Back here at Alice, Jordan Brown steps in. Aiden Clay sticks on the rubber, looking for one more out here in the top of the 7th. Trying to give themselves some sliver of momentum headed to the bottom half. First pitch misses up for ball 1. Off speed kind of frozen. Looked like it could get the inside half call, but I think Brown stepping out may have got him ball 2. 2-0 from Clay. Finds that outside half. 2-1 now with 2 outs. 2 runners on for Post 70. Here in a 9-2 ball game in the 7th. As that one's popped in the right fielder making his run towards the line for out number 3. As a little bit of magic up the sleeve of the Easley boys. We'll see as we come back down 7 here in the bottom of the 7th. Luke Nesbitt, your new pitcher on the mound for
Number 21, Luke Nesbitt.
Asheville Post 70 is 3 outs remain.
Seventh, the second baseman, number 9, Cooper Henderson.
Cooper Henderson trying to get the party started here in the bottom of the 7th. As talked about how last night was heartbreaking. Can they do the same to Post 70 here tonight? Lead a big-time comeback. First pitch up and away for Coop. Started his night off with a walk. That one's lifted down the right field line, but foul as it winds up on the fence. Cooper Henderson, Bane Bush, and Aiden Clay, your 3 due up here in the 7th. Of course, talked about those defensive transitions, so those names could change. I believe Bane Bush had gotten substituted out for Mikey Harrison, as that one's grounded to second for out number 1. As that walks us into our previous conversation, and it looks like it will be Cam Williams.
Stepping to the plate, number 44, Cam Williams.
Nature Boy gets his own yell from up top. Nature Boy looking for a big swing here. Trying to get some momentum started with 1 out here in the 7th. Lefty on righty matchup. As Nesbitt misses outside. Cam also one of those returners from a year ago. His off-speed misses low. Was a 2024 Pendleton grad. Also a big-time bat. Worst news someone could hear is light rain's about to begin. As we're getting oh so close to the end of this one. As that one's called for strike 1, 3-1 now. But secretly what Austin doesn't know is we're about to watch the greatest 1-out comeback of all time. As Williams sees strike 2. Secretly, we're about to be here till 1:30 in the morning. Delivery from Nesbitt. As Williams doesn't offer at it. Big time walk from Cam. As that brings us back to the top of the lineup, and Aiden Clay, who, if you remember, is now towing the rubber instead of playing center. His swing to start off this one was right now swing of the night for Post 52. Leadoff double. He eventually scored. Speed. Nice block from Brown from behind the plate. .1-0 delivery from Nesbitt. Fouled back, evens things up at 1 apiece. Lefty on righty matchup once again. Nice stab by Brown. He's made it where Cam Williams can't go anywhere over there at first. (2-1) with 1 out. Comes inside, almost grabs a piece of Clay, but 3-1 regardless. As Post 52 looking for back-to-back walks, get someone in scoring position, get the ball rolling. (3-1) from the left-hander and Nesbitt. Big swing and miss from Clay. Looked like one of those I'm swinging before he pitches kind of swings. What a moment to do it in a 3-1. 3-2 now, delivery. And Clay just battles to stay alive. And the only problem with reaching right now is he's got that big 12-6 curve he's been breaking out. Let's see if he goes back to it. No, he doesn't. Clay stays alive, 3-2. Walker Buck stands on deck. Clay pops up. Right fielder charging. He'll make the play for out number 2. As Walker Buck, the West Oak senior, steps up to the plate. He struck out and popped up thus far. Trying to end his night on a high note. Find a hole, get Cam running over there at first. Nesbitt comes set. And Buck pops one up, trying to find a gap over the second baseman's head, but he will not do it. And Asheville, Post 70, wins 9-2 here on opening night. As I believe when we come back, we'll have back-to-back games right here at home. I'm Blake Miller. Austin Tripp is a producer on the ones and twos as he gives you the wave. We thank you for tuning in right here on the Wren Broadcast Network.